was our first home game of the season, and you really look forward to the first home game. You're thinking this is a chance for us to push on, start getting some points and play well. And this was a game really of two halves, and I'll go through it in a minute. I will say the team new, but I'm also going to have something at the bottom with it on as well in the video. But the team new were Kirtland, Palmer, Zayata, Gardner, Prutton, Samido, Maghoma, Antonio, Halan and Faloro and Nuhu. Sub were Davis, Lira, Taylor, McCabe, Maguire, Corey and Larty. It's interesting to see that Samido come back into the squad, and it's nice to see him in the squad because he'll put his foot on the ball and let us keep moving and have a look around and takes a bit of pressure off us. It's nice to see him back in. It was home debut for Nuhu, Zayata, Flo and Maghoma, so it was interesting to see how they get on. And we had a great little build up in the first 10 minutes of the game, and we were doing well. And one of the players who I thought was going to be quite a problem for us was Tripoli, and we managed to keep him very, very quiet for most of the game. Palmer, apparently, according to Dave Jones, this is the position they see him playing. And first half didn't play that well, but second half he did, but we'll get more into that in a minute. We had kept on working on the counter-attack like we've been doing so far this season, and there were good balls by Samido and Nuhu managed to catch the ball up well and managed to hold it down to get people in with him as well. And there was good build-up between Halan and Nuhu, and just kept on going like that, and you're thinking with how we're playing we can get something from this. Burnley had some free kicks, and some of the free kicks were very good, some of them tested us. And one of the main problems we had were we were losing the ball way too easily. We were very much giving away sloppy passes, either too heavy. I had to have a pass back to Kirtland which went for corner, too heavy with the pass. And we need to work on things like this. And granted, it is the only second game of the season, so these things will come eventually. Nuhu had a super ball for Antonio which he ran on but didn't manage to do anything with it. And it was back to that whole thing, we kept on giving the ball away, and there was a good ball in and Prutton just hit it into the side netting, and it was a good ball in by Antonio, and you thought we've got chances, we're doing well. But again, for Wednesday, it's our lack of defending and being turned on at the back. 1-0 to Burnley, we lost the ball and in with the goal, and our own fault, we lost the ball. We lost possession, and if you lose possession, you're going to let a goal slip, and we just don't seem switched on at times, which is really annoying when we play really well. I thought up until then we were doing okay. Yes, the ball possession wasn't very good, but we were managing to get things going. Our main problem is we don't have a proper out-and-out goal scorer as yet, and who may become this. We've all got our fingers crossed he will. Maghoma had some good chances. Maghoma had a really good chance, but the Burnley player nearly put it into the back of his own net, and that would have been brilliant if he got that as well. But before half time it went to 2-0 as well, and it was just bad again. It was just like the QPR game pretty much, where we let two quick goals happen like that, and defence was nowhere to be found, and it's just very, very poor. We really need to pick it up in the second half, and very poor by just giving the ball away and not being able to keep our foot on it. But then again, it's the second half. A game of football is a game of two halves, and you don't judge a season by only 2 games. In the second half, Blow came off and Maguire on, and Halan gone to left back. Maguire with a shot that when he came on, he always seems like he gives a lot, and for me I'm flabbergasted why he's not starting, because when he comes on he gives 100%. I'm hoping that it'll give him a chance to come on next game and start the game, because he really did improve us. We had 3 chances to get it in the net from his shot and just couldn't get it in the back of the net, and it felt like it was going to be one of those days where we have so many chances and we still don't manage to come away with either the result we want. Antonio had a good chance with Maguire with chances. We started better. Nuhu just hit wide of the post with a very good header which just glanced past the post, and we should have been 2-1 up then. And Palmer seemed so much better in the second half. Palmer and Antonio had a great link up, and Palmer coming a lot forward, and you just thought every time you got the ball and getting some crossing, it was very good to see. Burnley had a lot of breaks, but we managed to stop them before they started. There was a good ball in from Palmer, but Nuhu took it off Semedo's head, and you're thinking, is it going to be one of those days? We have 36 possession. It's not great when you're at home, really. There was a good ball in by Nuhu, and it was a great save by their keeper Heaton, and then Antonio with the follow-up should have done better. Good corner in by Maguire to get it back in, and Zaya got his head to it. Saved by Heaton again. We came across a very good keeper, and when you come across good keepers, it is very hard to get the goals. And we had some very good chances to try and get back into it with a lot of corners, but Gardner at the back lost the ball, and luckily Kirtland managed to smother it when it came into the box, and it just seemed like he switched off. But it did feel like it was going to be one of those days, and Burnley got an offside decision, which wasn't, because they were off. They could have had another goal to make it 3-0. David Prutton got the goal, though. It was a great ball by Palmer and great header by Prutton, and to get it back to 2-1. And the crowd got back into the game and got behind the boys, and all you saw on Twitter at half time was Jones out, oh, you don't know what he's doing, Milan need to spend more money. Milan's not going to pump money into the team if he's going to sell the club. It's just not going to happen. Yes, he knows we need more players. Yes, Dave Jones got targets, but we're not going to be able to just go throw money away at players. We don't have that kind of money. And Palmer played superb in the second half for me. He did very well. He good down the wings and did really well. There was a late tackle on Semedo by Marnie, which really should have been a red, but these things happen. There was a corner by Burnley that came so close, but it just seems like when corner comes in and set pieces, we are not switched on. Like there's no marking, no nothing. It's really, really annoying when it happens. Larty came on, and I'm looking forward to seeing this player because I think he's a very good player and one for the future. He came on from Homer and he did very well in my opinion. Didn't have much, but he showed what he could do when he got the ball and kept on running on with it. Antonio got taken out when he was in mid-flow when he had the ball, and one of the things that really annoyed me about the game was Burnley were going down so cheaply and staying down for long periods of time and conning the referee, and it was just pure time wasting tactics and just trying to slow the game down when we got anywhere close. Nuhu for me looked good, and he's starting to look fitter. He did some very good holding the ball up. He had some very good chances which he didn't manage to finish. He needs to work on that, and we'll get that from him eventually. And I just thought he did very well. Maguire just put it over the bar when Nuhu headed it down to him. It was just that nice headed down build-up play that you like to see. There was 6 minutes at the time you're thinking maybe we might get some Fergie time magic, but it wasn't going to be. Like I said, there was a lot of time wasting by Burnley, and it was just really sad to see. Kirtland went up for the corner, which was right near the end. He actually got onto the corner, but he didn't really come to anything, and the referee pretty much blew full time. And we played well, but again we turned off at the back. The second half we finally got into it, and we seemed like we could do really well. We had a lot of chances which we just didn't bury, and it's just really annoying that when they can't have this second half momentum in the first half and just get going, and we seem to give away silly goals and very quick goals which seem to struggle. Granted, we have only played 2 games, but it is worrying that these things are there already, but hopefully Dave Jones can get this out of the team quickly. Maguire looks really good. I really want to see him get a start next game because he deserves it for how he played. He just comes on and does well. Who played very good for me as well. Palmer looked different when he was going forward. I think Haaland got to play left back next game. But there's a lot of positives you can take from this game. We showed a very good account of ourselves in the second half. In the first half, we played very well up until the goal went in. And it's just the back four and not being able to have somebody put the foot on the ball and lose the ball and possession far too easily is really, really frustrating. But look at the positives. We had a lot of chances in that second half which should have buried. Granted, we need a proper finisher and a goal scorer. If we can get some sort of goal scorer in who can get the goals and do well, that'll help. But that comes with money, and that gets with who we can get out. Medine didn't play. There's a lot of speculation that he might be going on the way out of the club. On that one, you don't know what really happened. You don't know if he picked up an injury or if he's actually going to go out on loan or actually leave the club. But we definitely need a goal scorer. Who looked very good. Maguire needs to play more. Palmer looked better when in the second half going forward. The back four really need to be turned on and not give away stupid mistakes. We definitely need Reader and Buxton back at some point. But apart from that, I thought, to say this is a home game, the first half we didn't deserve to go 2-0 down, but it was our own fault and our own making. But second half, we really should have come away with this with either a point or 3 points, because we deserved to get something with the way we played in the second half, because we played very well. Anyway guys, till next time, hope you're well. Bye.